AI is on the up. ChatGPT absolutely amazes me, and there's so many times I've used it to do research when I can't be bothered to find the stuff I need on the internet. Photoshop Beta brought out their new generative fill, and that thing is taking the world by storm. My mate Sam Holland has just made a YouTube video about where he made a video from a clip using AI. But what if you could get AI to do most, if not all, of your photo editing? What if you could teach it the way you edit, the way you crop, straighten all of your photos, whilst you chill, see friends, enjoy life, free up time, or if you're like me, use that time to earn money elsewhere. Work smart, not hard. As a wedding photographer, I could easily spend 2 days culling and editing a single wedding. Let's say 30 weddings a year, that's 60 days worth of editing, 12 working weeks, and 3 full months. What if we could bring that down to just a single day or two? One of the AIs I've heard of is Imogen AI. I know a few people who use it and they swear by it. A few months ago, I was looking to do it just to help speed up that workflow. One of the things that put me off is the price, but let me explain why. The way their software works is it charges you for every photo that you need editing. Let's say you have 800 photos and it costs you 5 cents for every photo to be edited. That's $56. Or for the people still here in the UK, that's £44. Sure, it's not bad. You can easily factor in that extra £44 into the cost that you do for weddings. And on that same day, I actually received an email, and no word of a lie, I think I found the perfect solution for me. Last year, I made a video about aftershoot, which is a culling AI software. The software was introduced to me right here on YouTube by Canadian wedding photographer Taylor Jackson. I downloaded the trial, tried it, loved it, paid for the subscription, and this software has truly changed my life when it comes to weddings. And by the way, this video isn't sponsored. They don't even know I'm making this video.
So in aftershoot, you can make your own album, your own gallery, and to begin, all you need to do is just drag your photos in. Once all your photos have been loaded into aftershoot, it's time to start culling. But before we begin, we'll just start a timer right now. There we go. And we'll see how long it takes in total. So let's come down to start culling. Wedding and engagements, there's a few other options here, but wedding engagements, obviously, because it's for a wedding. Come down to start culling and leave it. It's as easy as that.
A few minutes later.
And that's the culling done. That was done in 24 minutes, 53 seconds, and that saved me literally hours just going through organizing all of the photos. The results that aftershoot give you are fairly accurate. However, I do feel like it gives you more photos than you would actually need, and it's already given me over 1,000 photos. However, it's given me the correct 1,000 photos, so it means that when I get through to Lightroom and I start finishing the final edits, any photos that I don't want to include, I can easily delete. It's not really a case of going through and deciding which photo is best, making sure that everyone's got their eyes open. It speeds up the workflow so much. Obviously, if you want to make any amends to any of these photos, you can easily click in and make sure that there's nothing which has been missed. But honestly, it's very, very accurate at getting rid of all the stuff you don't want to include.
So at this stage, we're ready to start the editing process. Normally, I would open a brand new Lightroom catalog, drag all the photos straight in, and apply my standard preset for, let's say, wedding photography. Click on photo number 1 in the film roll, adjust all the settings to make it look how I want it to, then move on to step 2 and repeat the process until I get to the very end. And fair enough, Lightroom presets probably do maybe 75 to 80% of the work, but you're still gonna have to go through and adjust a lot of the things. Because not only are we wanting the photos to look great, but we want the whole gallery to look cohesive. So on to the editing process.
So to start the editing process in aftershoot, you first need to train the software on how you edit your photos. Aftershoot needs around 2,500 photos at the bare minimum to go through to make a good profile. And ideally the photos need to be of a similar look. So if you're a wedding photographer, for instance, like me, all your photos are gonna have that particular look. You can name the profile whatever you want. Make sure you choose either RAW or JPEG. We're gonna be shooting in RAW, so obviously you choose the image type to be RAW. And if you edit in color, then make sure you choose color.
The thing what confused me when I started making my profiles is that sometimes some galleries are mainly in color, but there are some photos which are in black and white. Them photos are the ones where it's really mixed lighting, and regardless of what you do with the white balance, the HSL, or even the masking, you can't get everything as accurate as you'd like. But I still went ahead and said that all the photos were in color, and I'd say out of the 2,500 photos to 5,000 photos, maybe only 100 to 200 at the very most were in black and white. And it's never affected my profile whatsoever. This whole creating a profile process does take a while though. It took me around an hour because it has to create smart previews, upload them, and then give you a profile back. However, you only really need to do this once or twice for each profile. One when you first make the profile, and a second one where you refine it later on down the line.
Once your profile's made, what you need to do is grab your Lightroom catalog for that wedding, drag all your photos into it, import everything, close down Lightroom, and then go back to aftershoot. We're then gonna find that Lightroom catalog. We're gonna drag that into the aftershoot, choose the profile that you want. So Grangefield 1, which is the one that I use all the time. You can choose to crop and straighten all of your photos, and then come down to continue, select the photos that you want, and then click edit. And that's it.
And once you've done 3 or 4 catalogs using this exact same process, you can take them finished catalogs and use that to refine your profile further. Very similar to how we made the profile to begin with. Like every AI out there, it just learns and gets better the more you use it and the more you tell it what to do. Or more importantly, the things it's doing wrong. The great thing about aftershoot edits is that it's not specific to just portraiture and weddings. Regardless of what type of photos you take, as long as you edit them in a similar way every single time, aftershoot edit will help you. All you need to do is create a new profile for every time you change the way you edit your photos.
And we are done at 46 minutes, 27 seconds. And that is with me filming this video, talking to you and doing a few takes because I get things wrong. All you need to do at this point is open up Lightroom, go through any changes, check everything over, make sure you're happy with everything. Most of the time, it's sometimes just a few tweaks in exposure, very little in the white balance. And anytime I get into them situations where I want the black and white, I just apply my black and white preset to it and it solves the problem.
Now, there are a few things that I would love to see across the whole process improved over time. One of the things I would love to see improved is the inclusion of the different types of photography you can do with the culling part of the process. I've used it for other subjects other than people, and it's still giving me great results. However, I do find myself going into the reviewing process and making adjustments just to make sure I've got the right photos from aftershoot. Unfortunately, if you're a photographer who doesn't do a massive amount of weddings or portraiture, aftershoot in general may not be the most cost efficient thing for you at this moment in time. I want to stop the video right there. There's something I've missed out, and that's the price, because I was trying to find some information out for you. This software cost me £400 or $500 around about 2 months ago as part of the founder's deal. And if you're watching this video and you want to try this software, I want you to be able to try it with no strings attached. So I reached out to Aftershoot to see whether we could sort out a free trial for everyone. And they've just come back to me and said, hey Danny, this is the link for the free trial of the founder's deal, meaning that if you want to go ahead, you still pay the same price as what I did. No credit card information needed, just put your email address in. Hope that helps your viewers. So if you want to try this completely free of charge, see how you get on, and if you don't like it, you never have to use it again. You're not going to lose anything. I'll leave a link just down here at the very top of the description. And still, they haven't asked me to make this video. They're not paying me to make this video. This is genuinely me just wanting to help you guys. So now I will end this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, then hit the subscribe button. And if you do, I'll see you right there in the next one. Laters.